Hey guys, welcome back to FYI with Crystal. So today I'm going to be talking about 8 creative ways to save time, which will also enable you to do more of the things that you love to do. Right? So this is 2022 and for me it's all about optimization. I want to be able to make the most of my time and I want to also work, create new stuff, conquer new grounds, level new grounds, but also have time to do me and some of the things that I really love to do. All right, so I'm going to be sharing some of the tips that I've possibly, had going on in the past, and I'm going to even employ this year going forward, and I really think it'll be of help to you. All right, so join me on this ride. Number 1, preview your calendar every Friday for the week ahead. So that's in anticipation of the week that's coming. Why is this very important? This is extremely important because it sort of like gives you a heads up into what it is that is to come. You understand what I mean? So if you're able to always have some sort of like preview of your calendar, you're like, okay, you already know beforehand, this is what is happening, this is what is happening. It just helps you with your organization. You're more in sync with your week. You know that which is supposed to come or that which is not going to come. You know how you could plan it, you know what you could merge together, you know what you could separate, so it just gives you some sort of like hold on how your week is going to be. And you know what happens when you're in authority, when you're in control rather of what it is you want to do, it just makes every other thing just fall into place because you sort of like know what it is that's going to happen, okay? So always have a diary that has a calendar where you can have everything listed out, and then every Friday, that's the week before, plan it all out so that you know that you're covered for the whole week. You're organized, you're on time, you're not wasting time, and you can have time to do other things that you genuinely love to do. Number 2, phone notifications, major distraction. Let me give you a little instance, right? You're working, you probably have a target to meet, and then you're working, but then an email is beeping on your phone, or a WhatsApp message is beeping on your phone, or Twitter or Instagram. Those things could be the most distracting things ever. What would you rather do? I would turn them off, okay? Because the way I am, my phone beeps, I want to carry and see what it is. If I look and then it's somebody maybe I'm interested in or somebody I want to talk with, I'm going to respond. And by the time I respond, I might end up wasting another 30 minutes with this person. And it cuts into my work period, right? Whereas if my notifications were turned off, I wouldn't even know that my phone had beeped. So it will do us all a whole lot of good to enable us save time. Turn off your notifications when you're in work mode. This would help you to be unnecessarily distracted. Number 3, this might seem hard at first, but it would help if you try to initiate a no meeting Friday policy. Yeah, what does this mean? This means that Friday, like the first point we listed, that's when you're trying to take stock of everything you've done and then plan for the week ahead. So you try not to have all those meetings on Friday because you have other things you need to do and other things you need to settle. So if you're able to box your meetings from Monday through to Thursday, I'm pretty sure that could work and you're not going to miss a beat. Yeah, so try and see if that will work for you too. Okay, number 4, set time blocks. What does this mean? It means you have to assign time to tasks. Now, don't just follow your day and say, oh, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to do, and then you just do it. No, you could decide to say, okay, for every major task I'm going to be handling today, I'm going to put 30 minutes on it, or I'm going to put 60 minutes on it. This would help you, muster yourself in the appropriate manner. Like, oh, okay, do I need to add some more speed? Do I need to, do this or do that, or what can I do differently, just so you can meet up? Yes, again, just leaving your schedule open textured. That could ruin a lot of things for you and make you just waste time. But if everything is time bound, even in moments where you're not able to meet up, at least you have a target and you're trying to make sure that you reach that target with regards to setting time and giving boundaries to everything it is you need to do. All of this would create time for you to be able to do other things other than work at the end of the day. Number 5, and this is very important, consider task pairing. Now, by the time you go through, that is why it's very important to always go through the future week. By the time you look at your calendar, you could be like, okay, I have on this particular day, I have a meeting this time and I have a meeting this time, and both of them are in 2 different venues. Don't forget that if you have 2 meetings, one following the other in 2 different venues, by the time you wrap up with one, you're going to have to drive to another. So you could simply just pair these meetings and say, okay, I'm just going to reschedule with Tom and have Tom come over here by so time. So as soon as I'm done with this meeting, I'm moving directly into this same meeting and it is in the same venue. All of that would make you, save time, and then you've been able to pair together activities, and that would do you so much good, and also takes away some level of stress from you because you're able to focus that time you would have spent doing other things on something else that maybe you love or something else that makes you relax other than just work. You get? Number 6 is very important, but and I know we like to go to the store. Like personally, I like to go to the store to buy things because it kind of like helps me unwind. But when you're having a very, very busy week, it will really help for you to order your groceries online. You get what I mean? Yeah, so instead of the time you would spend going to the store, buying the things, putting them in the cart, lining up to pay, driving back home, that could take you 2-3 hours. But if you just do your order online, you just pay a little extra fee for delivery, your groceries are brought to your doorstep, and you could use that time to do other things, and at the end of the day, you've still been able to save time for you to focus on other aspects of your career or life in general or whatever it is. So that might help if you try it. Number 7, identify your non-negotiables. Now, why is this important? Certain things you must never drop the standard with, okay? So negotiate it. For instance, let's say every Friday by so time you have to be at the gym. Don't allow anything interfere with that, okay? So that's a non-negotiable. Like, hey, there's not going to be work at this particular time because I have to be doing this. And it doesn't really matter whether it's your boss or not. As far as you can, commit yourself to work when you are supposed to work, it really doesn't matter whether it's your boss or as far as you fulfill your normal duties, you should be able to have time for yourself, okay? So if these are your non-negotiables, try to stick with it. It also helps you as a person to be more disciplined, to be more focused, and to be more, and to let people also take you seriously that, hey, when you say this is for this and it's non-negotiable, you actually mean it, right? It means you also know your onions. Simple. Finally, and this is something I do all the time. Anybody who knows me or anybody who has worked with me, they'll know that I always create a to-do list. This would work magic for you, right? You know how you plan your entire week? Yeah, I also plan my entire day. So for days that are so jammed up with work, I put out my to-do list in the order in which I'm supposed to fulfill them, and I just stick it on my dashboard or I stick it on my diary. Very simple, and then I follow it. This helps me as, again, just having the things jam-packed in your head. Because when everything is just jam-packed in your head, you'll end up confusing yourself. You see that you could drive to a particular area 3 times, not knowing that, oh, if you had followed your to-do list, you would have been to that area once, and you would have been able to do the 3 things you would have been able, you ought to have done at that exact time. So you just end up burning out, burning your energy, and spending more resources because you're not well planned out. So to-do lists are extremely fundamental, and I can tell you that from experience because it helps me ever so often. A to-do list just keeps me organized, and as I go about my day, as I fulfill every task, I just click or I strike out. Click or I strike out, and it helps me all the time. So get your to-do list and you will thank me for it because there's no other way of being organized and putting all of that together. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm pretty sure that if you're able to follow these 8 tips that I've given, these are creative ways you could save time. And the idea of saving this time is so that you could be able to, it would enable you to do other things that you love to do. I mean, what is life? You work, you do your business, you make so much money, and then you're unable to do things that actually really make you happy. That sucks, right? Exactly. So while you do all of these things, make sure you're able to save time creatively and do things that you love as well, all right? So thank you guys so much for watching. I really believe you had fun watching this. Remember to share this video, like it, drop a comment, and subscribe below if you haven't. Hit the notification bell as well so that every time I drop a video like this, you'd get to know that a new video has dropped. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, make somebody smile today because it doesn't cost you anything. I love you for watching. Cheers.